ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Okay, today we will chant from Bhagavad Gita 3.9. Okay, please repeat. Yagyartho कर्मणो अन्यत्र लोकोयम कर्म बंधनः तदर्थम कर्म कौन्तेय मुक्त संग समाचर। यज्ञार्थ कर्मणो अन्यत्र लोकोयम कर्म बंधनः तदर्थम कर्म कौन्तेय मुक्त संग समाचर। Okay, what is Krishna telling Arjun? Yagyartho. Yagya is who is Yagya? Bhoktaram Yagya Tapasam. Who is Yagya? Krishna. He is Yagya. Yagya Artha. For the sake of Krishna. What do you do? Karmana. What is Karmana? Prabhuji, Karmana? Karman? Meaning? Karm. Action. Yagyartho karmana anyatra. So either we do karma for Krishna. Anyatra. Anyatra means otherwise. Danger signals are given here. So what is Krishna telling? Either you work for me or face consequences. What are the consequences are given in the next line. Lokoyam. What is lok? This world. Karma bandhanaha. What will happen? Bandhan is what? Bondage. Hare Krishna. Welcome. धाम से लौटने वालों की जय। आ जाओ बच्चे लोग, आगे आ जाओ। कम 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 कम। हरे कृष्णा। आइए, मोस्ट वेलकम। So, yagyartho. Yagya is who? Arth के लिए, for the sake of. Yagyartho karmana. What do you do for the sake of Krishna? Actions, karma. Correct? Yagyartho karma. Anyatra, otherwise. What will happen otherwise? Lokoyam. Lokoyam is this world. Karma bandhanaha. What will happen? What is bandhan? कर्म के बंधन में फंस जाओगे। एग्जाम्पल लेंगे हम लोग इसके लिए, ठीक है। फर्स्ट लेट अस डू द श्लोका। तदर्थम, तद, तद अर्थम। तद इज हु? कृष्णा। अर्थम, फॉर द सेक ऑफ कृष्णा। कर्म कौन्तेय, इज टेलिंग व्हाट यू शुड डू, इज रिपीटिंग व्हाट यू शुड डू। तद अर्थम, तद कृष्णा अर्थम, डू एक्शन फॉर कृष्णा। What do you do? Karma. Do karma for Krishna. Kaunteya. Who's Kaunteya? And if you do, what will happen? Mukta Sangha Samachara. Mukta means you will be released from the bondage. Sangha Samachara. You will Mukta Sangha. You will be with the Karma Bandhan, you will be released from the bondage. Okay, let's do translation, then we will see one example. Work done as sacrifice. Repeat. For Vishnu has to be performed. Otherwise, work causes bondage in this material world. Therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction. And in that way, you will always remain free from bondage. Okay, one more time your shloka repetition, okay? So that yagyartho karmano anyatra lokoyam karma bandhanah Tadartham karma kaunteya mukta sanga samachara. So again what he is saying, yajna artho. What do? You do action. Artha, either you do work for Krishna, otherwise lokoyam karma bandhanha. Otherwise get trapped in this material world. Tadartham karma kaunteya. Therefore do the work for Krishna, for mukta sanga samachara, for not to be in the bondage of in this material world. Now let us see. Let us see why it is he is saying like that. We should see some reasoning behind it. Correct? Okay. So suppose if you do work for somebody, who bears the consequence? That is the one. If I do something, what will happen? I have to. So if Manjari works very hard in the school, who will come first or second or third? At least good marks. Manjari, not Diya. And if Diya works hard, who will come first, second, third in the school? Diya will come, not Manjari. बराबर हो गया ना? Otherwise after class वो problem हो जाएगा. I was coming first, you were coming second. Correct है? So इसीलिए for example, if okay, who wants to drive, say for example Mercedes? Very good. You want to drive. Okay, you also want to drive. You also want to drive. Anybody else? Okay. You can drive, but conditions apply. Money, leave money. Assume money's abundance is there. You can buy, what is that? GLE, what is that? Sheikh Mohammed's big one, huh? You can buy that. Assume money is there. But one precondition is there. If you want to drive Mercedes, what is the condition?
Don't apply the brake.
Huh?
Don't apply the brake.
Don't apply?
You have to take birth certificate.
Okay, yes, you have to, what are you saying?
Don't apply the brake.
Don't apply the brake, okay.
License.
But to drive, first of all, this kind of body is required. So for whom we work, that the response comes back, the reaction comes back to that person. So if I am working for sense gratification, I need what? I want to gratify what? So I need senses or no?
Yes.
So I need senses first of all. That means I need material senses if I want to gratify. Only one small condition, gratification available. 9 months, who wants to sit like this in mother's womb? No, you don't want. In mother's womb, you want to sit like this or you want to sit like this, relax? Relax, correct? This is the problem. So for sense gratification, sense is needed. So to enjoy, senses are needed and senses have to bear the consequences. For whosoever work is done, that thing or person has to bear the consequences. For sense gratification, senses have to bear the consequences. Correct? Oh, very good. Children confirming meaning foundation is solid. Huh? So what happens is, 2 kinds of sense gratification we can do. One is righteous sense gratification allowed in the Varnashram Dharma. One is through crime, that is called Pap and Punya. Correct? If suppose if I go and rob some bank, I'll have lots of money. But some point in time I will be caught and the money will also go away. That is a iron chain.
So what is the point of
Point of?
robbing?
Huh?
So
See, this is realization. What is the point of robbing? There is no point of robbing because at the end of it you have to pay for it. So that is a iron chain. It will trap you in this world. Logical, correct? Even here one has to go to jail. And if you do,
And we go to hell.
hell also, that is second, another one, correct? And if you do some very good job, suppose you open some hospital, that is a golden chain. So what will happen? You need to now be rewarded for that. So for that you need again the senses. So for whom you do, that person or object has to bear the consequences. So yagyartho karma anyatra. So if work is not done for Krishna, who will bear the results? I have to bear the results with this body. Because how will I gratify the sense? I need the sense. And if I need the sense, that means simple. I have to have this kind of body, which has 4 problems. What are 4 problems? Bas. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. Punarapi janani. मदर को भी तकलीफ में डाल दिया खुद तो यही प्रॉब्लम है. सो एक तो ये हो गया, काम किया और फंसे. बट कृष्णा इज गिविंग अ सॉल्यूशन. व्हाट इज सॉल्यूशन? सॉल्यूशन इज हियर. यज्ञार्थो. वर्क फॉर होम. हाँ, अभी सपोज you do some very, very good job in office. Right? Who will get promotion? You only will get. Right? If you don't do, okay, survival is that as a problem also. But suppose, if I just say simply, this work is being done for Krishna. Work is same, everything is same. By this logic, that whatever, for whomsoever I am doing the work, that person has to bear the result. By this logic, if I tell Krishna this is for you, who has to take responsibility for the result? Krishna will take responsibility. If you say I need sense gratification, then you need senses. If you say I don't need sense gratification, Krishna, you take care, I am doing for you. You will still have sense gratification. Beauty is that. That is not going to go away. Suppose in office if I say, I will work very hard, but I don't want salary. Even fake if I say, fake, I don't want salary. Will salary come or not? No. Salary will come now because I worked. Similarly here, just fake it to make it. If you say, Krishna, I am doing your job, then it is becoming his responsibility. Then what happens? Good work, bad work, that is over. There is only pure good work. Any doubt? First element is, if I do something, who will bear the result? But if I do it on behalf of Krishna, who takes the responsibility?
Krishna.
Bas, this is the summary of this. Okay? Everything, study also, see. Everything, even taking bath. If you say, I am taking bath to clean the temple of Krishna because Riddhe se Arjun Tishtati, he is sitting inside, so I am cleaning my bodily temple. Then he will take care of the body. The person for whom you work, that person has to take care of it. This is the formula. The person for whom we work, that person has to take responsibility and reaction. If I say me, then me. You say Krishna, then Krishna. Clear? So no headache. You say Krishna, I am studying for you. Then he takes responsibility. But if you say I will not study and you take responsibility, that's not going to happen. If you say Krishna, I don't want to work for you, then other principles will apply. Clear? Oh, very good. Thank you very much. Okay, now let us see. Let's go to Srimad Bhagavatam. What is the time, Prabhu? Today we'll have one.
8:50.
So on this one, I'm not going to hurry up because I tell you, this is full of mellows, this katha. It is amazing. And No script writer can write dialogues which Krishna is speaking in this. Each dialogue has several meanings. And all the parties are thinking, is it for me? Is it for him? Is it for me? Is it for him? Like that. So let us see. So we will see. So if you recall, where were we starting the katha from? First of all, who's speaking whom? Srimad Bhagavatam. Let us just quickly revise. Who's telling first whom? Krishna to Brahmaji. Brahmaji to Naradji. Naradji to Vyasdevji. Vyasdevji to Shukdev Goswami. Shukdev Goswami told Parikshit Maharaj. And who was sitting there? Sut Goswami. Sut Goswami told Shaunakadi Rishi. And when Vidur was insulted by Dhritarashtra on him telling that you throw out Duryodhana, otherwise you will be out, you lose everything. What happened at that time? He was kicked out. Vidura was asked to go. He was told, just your breath will remain, otherwise get out from here. And he left. And whom did he meet? Maitri. Before Maitri Muni he met Uddhavji and then Maitri Muni. And what is the great point of both of these, Uddhavji and Maitri? There is one very great thing which not everybody get that chance. They met Krishna before Krishna left. To our eyes, so that is the question which was separate, that was also asked. That is the 6 questions which were asked by the Shaunakadi Rishi to Sut Goswami. That last question was, what will happen after you go? And then where will Dharma go? Yes, good point, Prabhu. So, both of them, Uddhavji and Maitri Muni, they had met Lord Krishna just before they left this, before he left this planet to our eyes. This should be very clear. Okay. And then he asked questions, and Srimad Bhagavatam is told by Maitri Muni to Vidurji. And at that point in time, he tells about Kashyap Muni and how. Let me just go there quickly so that.
Is this also explained in Bhagavatam how Krishna disappeared, physically?
Yes, it is given.
Place?
Yeah, it is given. Prabhas Kshetra, he sat down under the tree, and then it is given. Gujarat. Yes, it is there. There is a temple there. When you go to Somnathji area side, Dwarka se, there is a place. So you can. So if you recall, when he is telling the Katha, Maitri Muni is telling to Vidurji, he tells about Kashyap Muni and Diti. So what was the challenge with Diti? Diti wanted to get impregnated immediately, and the time was not good, if you recall. But Kashyap Muni was forced to impregnate her. And after impregnation, what happened? Kashyap Muni told that the sons, you are going to get 2 sons, both of them are going to create disturbance in this universe. And for 100 years, she did not give birth, holding on to the pregnancy, so that the world can be peaceful for a little more time. But then Kashyap Muni said, don't worry, one of the sons of your sons, one of your grandsons will be a very great devotee. And then she was pacified. Who was he? Prahlad Maharaj. And Kashyap Muni also told that one more thing, both your sons will be killed by the Lord. And who are these 2? Yes. So now coming back to the continuation of the Katha where we are. So then what happened? Vidura is being told by Maitri Muni, and he is telling that 100 years, during that 100 years, everything became dark. Why did it become dark? Very good. Because Yeah, inauspiciousness, and both of these Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashyap are in the womb, and the darkness happened. So the Devatas asked Brahmaji, Brahmaji, please tell what's happening. We can't see anything. It has become completely dark. And then Brahmaji is telling. So everybody is telling to somebody, but the katha goes on that he is telling about Diti, and he tells why these two were born. So this Jaya Vijaya Katha is about, because Jaya Vijaya is Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu are none other than Jaya Vijaya. So then he tells that once the four Sanat Kumaras, they were traveling to where? Vaikuntha they were traveling to. So Vaikuntha, it has 7 transcendental doors. But they are just merely doors for the purpose of welcoming the devotees. Because a person who is envious of Krishna cannot enter Vaikuntha, Golok, Vrindavan. They cannot enter. So, Brahmaji told all this why these two are born. So once the 4 Sanat Kumaras, who are Sanat Kumaras? The 4 Sanat Kumaras? Brahma's first born children. They are, after Brahmaji, they are the eldest. But they remained to choose to be age of just 5-year-old, so that no Kamini Kanchan can affect them. On this I remember, once what happened, Anusuya Mata, she was extremely pious. So the Devatas, they became little envious that how come Anusuya Mata is so great. So what happened? The Devatas went to Brahmaji, Vishnuji and Lord Shiva, and they said, listen, we want you to take test of Anusuya Mata. You want some? So what test? That she is so much pativrata. We have to test her out. So all three, they knew on their heart that she is a very great devotee. So all the three went to Anusuya Mataji's ashram. So they said, yes, what do you want? And her husband was in trance. So the three said, we want bhiksha. She said, okay, what bhiksha you want? No problem. Say, we want milk. He said, okay, no problem, I'll give you milk. They said, no. We want your breast milk. So she said, this is very uncommon kind of a... She understood these are not ordinary people. So she meditated because her husband was in meditation. And she communicated in meditation that 3 divine personalities have come and they are asking for breast milk. What should I do? He said, no problem, go ahead. Anusuya Mataji said, look, you want breast milk? Become 1-year-old. I'll breastfeed you. Huh? All the 3 had to become 1-year-old. And she breastfed. Then they gave darshan to her. Then she said, I want a son like you. And that is where Dattatreya ji is born. So anyway, I just digressed to something. But so the 6, there are 7 doors. The Sanat Kumaras, they crossed first door, second door, third door, fourth door, fifth door, sixth door. But there was no receptionist there, to their advantage. 7th door, there were 2 receptionists, 2 doorkeepers were there. Jai and Vijay. See, nowadays they copy the names in movie also. I think Sholay was Jaya Vijay. It's all coming from there. So This katha might take a few Fridays, but I don't want to hurry up because it has so much of, especially after Krishna comes, no, after the curse, it is completely full of mellow and lessons. So please repeat. Tasmin atiya munayah sad sajjamanah kaksha samanvaya savat suptamayam devavachakshat grihate gadau paradhya Keyur Kundala Kirita Vitanka Veshau. So, Tasmin in Vaikuntha, Atiya, after passing Munaya, these 4 sages, Shat. Shat means 6 doors. Asajjamana. Hey, Haribol, please take care, and don't destroy anything outside, otherwise security will come. Be very, very careful. We have given a signed document to the security. We are not responsible for your actions. So you have to bear. First shloka we did. Lokoyam karma bandhana. Gadbad karoge to basoge. Okay, so after crossing the 6 doors, asajjamana, there were, Bhagavatam tells us that the spiritual planets are full of aeroplanes which are made of jewels, and they work on anti-gravity, and devotees fly that, and there is so much of opulences there, but they crossed all the 6 doors without even taking note of all these opulences. Why? Yes?
They think they go to the place.
They?
If they think about the place, they go there.
Okay, fine. But they were not bothered. This is so expensive, this is this, this is that. Because where were they going? Vaikuntha. To meet whom? Krishna. So their mind was fixed on that. They were not interested in any, they were unaware. Sometimes you see, at home, we are in the office or somewhere in the meeting, we are doing something, but actually we are not there. Because we are doing some other calculation in mind. It is a fact. Similarly, they were completely fixed up. Manmana madbhakto madhya jimam namaskuru. They were fixed up in that. They care 2 hoots about what is happening around. So they crossed 6. Okay, now they reach the 7th door. What was there on the 7th door? Please repeat. Devau achakshata. They saw 2 devtas. Saw achakshata. Grihata gadau. What they had? They had gada and par ardhim. They were having valuable everything, and they had 2 gadas, and they were standing on the 7th door. So first time somebody is there to welcome them. That's how they took it also. Because you are supposed to be welcomed there. And what were there? Keyur. They had bracelets, kundala, kirita, vitanka, and all the garments, and they had 4 arms just like Krishna. So they reached where did they reach? Which door? 7th door they reached. So they were not astonished because they were eager to meet. Acha, yes. One more thing here, that they were very same age. Both of them were of the same age because there is no age actually in the Vaikuntha planets. Okay. And they had garlands, fresh flowers, but they appeared somewhat agitated. Just as sometimes I reach office in the morning, but something is troubling me behind, so I am a little agitated. So the first person who comes to me gets some prasad. Lo bhaiya, pakdo. यार क्या हो गया इसको सुबह सुबह. Sometimes we also get. Okay, so they were having somewhat some agitation. All Krishna's plan only, but let's see. So the great sages headed. They had no clue about ours, yours, me, mine, nothing, because they were completely in trance already. So they entered the seventh door, but what did they not do? They did not ask. And what is the need of asking, actually speaking? But he did not ask. They did not ask. Because it is constitutional birthright of every individual to reach there. What is there to ask? Actually, they were there supposed to welcome only. Okay. Let's repeat. Tana vikshaya. Vatarashanan chaturak kumaran. Tan vikshaya. After seeing Vatarashanan, they didn't have any clothes because 5-year-old they don't wear any clothes. They just move around. Chatura Kumaran. So they saw these 4 boys who were completely naked. And Vradhan Dash Ardh. What was their age? Dash Ardh. Dash meaning 10. Ardh means they were 5-year-old. Vayasa. 5-year-old the wo. Huh? And Vidita Atma Tattvan. They could make out that these guys are completely Vidita means Vidit. I Vidit. Vidit means no. Atma Tattva. They knew that these guys are completely Atma Tattva. But what did they do? Vetrena cha skhalayatam tad harnastau. Vetrena. What is bet? Bet. बेत होती है ना, बेत का डंडा, वेत्रेण. तो बेत के डंडे से स्खलयताम, डंडे से उन्होंने रोक दिया दोनों ने. ये एक फोटो यहाँ पे है. ये गदा तो है ही, डंडों से रोका उनको. सी ओके. वेत्रेण च स्खलतयाम. उनको बोला नहीं जा सकते आगे, डंडा आगे कर दिया. Not only that, तेज विहास्य. हालांकि वो तेज पुरुष थे, बट व्हाट डिड दे डू? विहास्य. व्हाट इज हास्य? हाँ, डंडे से तो रोका ही, उनका मजाक भी उड़ाया. देखिए, हंसना बहुत अच्छी बात है. स्माइलिंग, लाफिंग इज वेरी गुड, बट इफ यू डू एट द रॉन्ग प्लेस एंड रॉन्ग टाइम, सपोज यू गो इन सम शोक सभा, somebody has passed away and you're cracking jokes, what will happen? So here they could see that there's so much effulgence is there, but they stopped them with the weight and vihasya. They उनका मजाक बनाया. And bhagavat pratikula shilau. What kind of behavior they exhibited? Bhagavat pratikul. What is pratikul? Opposite of भगवान शीलु. भगवान का जो शील है, जो उनका बिहेवियर है, उसके ऑपोजिट बिहेवियर उन्होंने किया. ठीक है जी. ओके. एंड दे डिड नॉट नो दैट, सपोज फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अ ग्रेट 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 ग्रैंड सन stops going his great 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 father, grandfather from somewhere. What will be the implication? Suppose my great 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 grandfather is appeared here and I stop him from going somewhere. बेवकूफ़ी है ना, मतलब अरे भाई, he is so senior. Similarly, who are these four? ब्रह्मा जी से नेक्स्ट है ये. तो ये जो जय विजय, इनके तो ग्रेट 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 ग्रैंडफादर है, अगर पिछला काउंटिंग करो तो, बैकवर्ड इफ यू डू. उनको आपने हंस के बेत से रोक दिया. सो दिस वॉज ऑब्वियसली नॉट फिटिंग एंड दिस वॉज अगेंस्ट द एथिक्स व्हाट कृष्णा स्टैंड्स फॉर. नाउ यू सी व्हाट हैपन्स टू दीज फोर. अभी बच्चे तो बच्चे होते हैं, बट there are situations where devotees can and should become angry. For example, if on the spiritual path somebody is putting obstacle, somebody is blaspheming Guru, those kind of, they should become. But there is one more reason, very important reason here. Please repeat. Tabhyam mishatsva nimesheshu nishidhyamanah swahartamahayapi हरे प्रतिहार पाभ्याम ऊचू सुरहत्तम दृदीक्षित भंग ईशत काम अनुजेन सहसा ते उपप्लुत अक्षः। हाँ जी, अभी एक प्रॉब्लम और हो गई, वन मोर प्रॉब्लम. When they stopped, it was not only them, four Kumaras and the two Jaya Vijay. Bhagavatam tells us, Tabhyam, when they stopped, Mishatsu, Animeshu, there were other devatas also seeing from top. We have socho. See, one insult with the boss is, or with the junior is in private. Chalo, somehow we will sort it out. But if it is in front of 100 people, then there is a big problem. So Bhagavatam tells us that at that time when they forbade, the other devatas who were living in the Vaikuntha, they were also looking on this, what is happening. And so Aharhattama, these four are supposed to be the fittest, but still they were stopped. Then the four Kumaras said, Uchu, Suhartama, Didriksha, Bhange, Ishat. When they had a hindrance, Bhange, for what? Isha. In seeing Lord Krishna, when there was disturbance, what happened? Kam Anujena. What is Kam? Lust. And younger brother of lust is what? Anger. See how Bhagavatam describes. Kam Anujena, the younger brother of Kamana, came out. Meaning, they became angry. Okay. So, when can one become angry? Bhagavatam tells us that when Kumaras, although by far the fittest persons, were thus forbidden, slight hindrance, entrance by two chief doorkeepers of Sri Hari, while the other divinities looked on, their eyes suddenly turned red because of anger due to their great eagerness to see their most beloved master Sri Hari. They did not become angry because of anything else, कि यार ये दो लोग क्या कर रहे हैं, no problem, okay, तुम्हें जो करना है, but I am not able to see Krishna now. So they became angry.
So if someone becomes hindrance to your, in between you and your Krishna, then maybe...
Then you have full right to become angry. What is that? Let me remember. If it comes, I will share with you. जाके प्रिय न राम बैदेही तजहु ताहि कोटि बैरी सम यद्यपि परम सनेही. जाके प्रिय न राम बैदेही, those who don't love Lord Krishna, Lord Ram, ताहि तजिए कोटि बैरी सम, thinking that they are multi times big enemies. Jadyapi Paramasanehi. This was written by Tulsidas to Mirabai. Because she was being tormented, she asked, what should I do? Of course, they are great personalities. Krishna has mercy, so things will work out. But we should not just follow like that. But so when they were forbidden, number one, Devatas were watching, but they were not worried, whosoever watching. Number two, anger came because they were having hindrance in seeing Lord Krishna. What is the time, Prabhu?
9:30.
Oh, 9:15?
13.
Huh?
9:30. 15 minutes to
9:30 or 9:15?
9:30.
1-3, okay. See, English and Hindi, this difficulty is not there in Hindi. If you say 13 or 30, you cannot make out. But Hindi mein 13. No problem. Okay. Yes, Prabhuji. Yes. Well, it is not explained exactly, but they were, one thing is clear, it is very clearly written, Animisheshu. So they are part and parcel of Krishna who were demigods living in Vaikuntha. See, like Brahmaji also, it is said every time that he has to leave his body, right? That is true. but he just walks over in spiritual world. He does not on a ventilator like I may have to be. They just leave it and they just simply go. So they are very pious people. I mean, can you get a personal secretarial job in Sheikh Muhammad's office easily? Unless you are very well qualified. So Devatas are like that. In India, if you want to see the income tax officer, first the doorkeeper who is sitting, you have to give him first tip. Otherwise he'll say, sir is not there, you cannot meet him. That is the power of the assistants. So yeah, this is how it is written there. So whether they were visiting there, but it says they were living there in Vaikuntha. So that it means that Devatas go to Vaikuntha also. Perhaps. This is what it is. Good question. Okay. Now, after being stopped like that, the four Sanat Kumaras, 3:15:32 tells us, Munaya Uchaha. Kovami Hetya. Bhagavat Paricharya Yoche. So Munia Uchu, the four they said, Kahavam ih atya. अरे ये लोग कौन है भाई? कहाँ से आ गए यार ये? Literally they said this. Who you two in Vaikuntha? अरे भाई कौन हो तुम ये दो लोग? भगवत परिचर्या. You are supposed to do भगवान की परिचर्या. You are supposed to render service to directly to Lord Krishna. And you are definitely being posted here for your pious actions. But who are you two? Why? Yes. Ha.
In many chapters of Bhagavad Gita, that has been said that you have to get rid of the dualities. Sukh, dukh,
Yes,
or
correct.
problem or ये सारी चीजें. But at that liberated stage, in जिसमें इन लोग हैं, उसमें तो ये dualities रह ही नहीं सकती. तो फिर anger आया कैसे? और I mean, just for the
No, this is a wonderful question. But answer will only come, unfortunately, after the katha ends. Because Bhagavatam will tell this.
because
Very valid point.
after the, I mean, or even if they are at that liberated state, why did they think कि मतलब शायद प्रभु ही नहीं चाहते?
Abhi, who would not know their predecessors, such great personalities? They would have recognized and taken selfies with Sanat Kumaras actually. Aure yaar sir, aap log aa gaye. But never happened. They were so upset. But this will come, slowly it will open up in the end. So this will go a little long, but it is, and every time there will be some management lesson also will start coming in the moment Krishna comes. So the Muni said, भाई कौन है ये लोग जो यहाँ पे आ गए, and they have विषम स्वभाव. They are not like Krishna, they have विषम स्वभाव. And तस्मिन् प्रशांत पुरुष, भगवान तो is प्रशांत पुरुष, गत विग्रहेवा. He is such a, he does not have any enemy. But these guys, Kovatma, Kahva Atmavat, Kuha Koyah. But you guys are maintaining duplicity. Who are you two guys? See, actually they were thinking I will ask the question, who are you for? But these four are asking, who are you two? क्या है वो रिश्ते में हम तुम्हारे? Which is literally the case. रिश्ते में वाकई में बाप नहीं, पड़बाप के पड़बाप लगते वो एक्चुअली में. तो बोला भाई who are you two? तुम्हारा स्वभाव विषम है और हमको अंदर जाने नहीं दे रहे और तुम्हारा बिहेवियर डुप्लिसिटी से भरा हुआ है. कौन हो आप लोग भाई? And you are expected to have developed the same qualities of the Lord because you are in this service. Otherwise you cannot be in service. Your question, how come you have reached here? That is the question. So they said probably these are two imposters. कहीं से गलती से ये इधर आ गए. Now see, Prabhupada writes one fantastic statement in Srimad Bhagavatam in the purport. Please repeat. If the members of the International Society for Krishna consciousness, putting faith in Krishna as the center, live in harmony
harmony.
according to the order and principles of Bhagavad Gita,
According to the order and principle,
then they are living in Vaikuntha,
then they are living in Vaikuntha,
not in this material world.
not this material.
So this has many meanings. For us, if we are living like this, we are in Vaikuntha, because Vaikuntha means no anxiety. Vaikuntha. So we are like that. At the same time, in this case, they were actually not in Vaikuntha, because they were having anxiety and they were not living as per the principles of Bhagavad Gita, and they were not living in harmony, putting faith in Krishna in the center. Then only this kind of, you can treat the devotees, senior most devotees, like this. Okay. And the four Kumaras spoke. 3:15:34. What did they do? Shrap diya ji. So translation, Shankar Prabhu, you'll read the translation.
Translation, therefore, let us consider how these two contaminated persons should be punished. The punishment should be up, for the benefit can eventually be bestowed upon them. Since they find duality in the existence of Vaikuntha life, they are contaminated and should be removed from this place to the material world, where the living entities have three kinds of enemies.
बस उन्होंने कहा ये तो यहाँ रह के भी मेरा तेरा कर रहे हैं, यहाँ रह के भी हमको बेत दिखा रहे हैं,
वहीं जाओ जहाँ
जहाँ ये सब होता है वहाँ जाओ. इसको कहते हैं आ बैल मुझे मार.
बट वो कष्ट देते टाइम सोच रहे हैं कि उसका बेनिफिट
This is the fantastic point. So for thus benefit can eventually be bestowed upon them. Anywhere in Bhagavatam you see any big devotee has given any shrap is actually a blessing. In fact, because of Kubera's sons, we celebrate something every year. If they were not there, then Damodar Arti won't be there. See how much benefit they got and we got, just because they misbehaved. I didn't get any. Eh?
Parikshit, we got power.
Parikshit Maharaj. Parikshit Maharaj also, one katha I heard. Actually, when he was going into hunting, he was wearing a mukut, which Jarasandh used to wear. After killing the kings, he used to take out their all the jewels and put it in his crown. After he was killed, by the parampara it came to him, and that day he was wearing that crown. And therefore it had the potency of all the illness. Of course, it was for Krishna's plan, but just to understand how association can matter, that day he was wearing that. When he reached back home, when he removed that crown, he suddenly thought, what have I done? क्या है वो? दुष्ट संग जनि देहि विधाता, बरी बली बार नरक करु दाता. You can give me hell, but दुष्ट संग जनि देहि विधाता. Please don't give me association of दुष्ट, because वो problem है. So he said they should be removed from this. अच्छा, now where are they standing? वैकुंठा के 7th door पे. And where is Krishna supposed to be? Inside. अरे यार हद हो गई. When Draupadi was in trouble, he traveled all the way in fraction of second. अभी आराम से अंदर. अरे your dearmost devotees are standing on the gate. Of course you know, right, what is happening. But is he there? They have given him the shrap. वो अपना अंदर. Answer सारे बाद में आएंगे. Because if I start, then the sequence will be a little different. क्या बच गया प्रभु जी? 9:30 हो गया क्या?
7 minutes to go.
Okay, very good. We are on time, looks like. Okay. चलिए जी, 3:15. Let's take the translation only directly. Sundar Prabhu, you will read.
When the doormen of Vaikuntha Loka, who were certainly devotees of the Lord, found that they were going to be cursed by the Brahmanas, they at once became very much afraid and fell down at the feet of Brahmanas in great anxiety. for a Brahmana's curse cannot be counteracted by any kind of weapon.
जैसे इंडिया में दारू पी के वो सब नाटक कर रहे होते हैं, फिर एक पुलिस वाला डंडा मारता है सब लेवल पे. So immediately when they saw that, my God, they have given such a curse to us that we have to leave this place and go to material world, immediately they fell at their feet, because they also remembered perhaps one more anecdote of who? Ambarish Maharaj. They know that any weapon cannot counteract any curse. There no curse was given, but Krishna told Durvasa Muni, sorry boss, I cannot save you, because you have upset a pure devotee. So they fell at the feet of the Brahmanas. And something very interesting, but at the end of it, these two are also devotees. See, this is the challenge now for Krishna. Outside whatever is happening, these two are, and these four are. अब बताओ कृष्ण भगवान क्या करे?
Generally one is non-devotee. This time
This is the beauty of this katha. अभी he must be thinking inside, यार क्या करें अभी, इसका साइड लेना है कि इसका साइड लेना है? Both are pure devotees. But here, these two, they are devotees at the end of it. So they said, it is quite apt that you have punished us for neglecting respect sages like you. But we pray that due to your compassion and our repentance, the illusion of forgetting the Supreme Personality of Godhead will not come upon us as we progressively go downward. So they requested one concession. We will go down, but give us one concession. What is that? We should not forget
Krishna.
oh, they were not precise, so they oppositely remembered it.
See, now you see, after entire Bhagavad Gita is spoken, हाँ 5 मिनट रह गए, 5 मिनट बहुत होते हैं ब्रह्मा जी वाले 5 मिनट में खत्म करेंगे. Yes, that's right. So, after Bhagavad Gita, Krishna asked him, हाँ भाई अभी क्या हाल है तुम्हारा? तो what was the response by Arjun? His response was नष्ट मोह स्मृतिर लब्धा. मेरा मोह का नाश हो गया और मेमोरी वापस आ गई. कौन सी मेमोरी? दैट ममेवांशु जीवलोके, आई हैव टू फॉलो यू, यू आर माई मास्टर, आई एम, वो सब वापस आ गया. स्मृतिर नष्ट मोह स्मृतिर लब्धा. यही चीज ये लोग मांग रहे हैं. हमारा मेमोरी आप खराब मत करना, भगवान को याद रखें बस, नीचे चले जाएंगे, नो प्रॉब्लम. दिस इज द ब्यूटी ऑफ द प्योर डिवोटीज. दे ऑल्सो रियलाइज, बाबा नीचे गए ठीक है, बट भगवान को नहीं भूलना है किसी भी कॉस्ट में. सो
हनुमान जी का भी वो है ना कि डिफिकल्ट, आई मीन भूलना ही डिफिकल्टी एक्चुअली.
ये रहा, योर विश हैज बीन ग्रांटेड. So, very good point. So when Hanuman ji, after finding Sita Maiya, came back, and Lord Ram said, oh, she must be very much in suffering. So Hanuman ji said, Nath vipatti tab soi jab tav naam sumeri na hoi. Definition of vipatti क्या है? Trouble. Trouble की definition है when the remembrance of Lord Ram or Krishna is not there. जब तक नाम चल रहा है, यानी रिमेम्बरेंस है भगवान की, दैट इज, देयर इज नो ट्रबल, देयर इज नो विपत्ति. वो रुका, वो ट्रबल है. सिमिलरली दे सेड, भैया आई शुड हैव द रिमेम्बरेंस. सो इफ वन इज एबल टू रिमेम्बर कृष्णा ऑल द टाइम, एक्चुअली दे आर इन गोलोक ओनली. बिकॉज क्या है 24/7, तो टाइम तो खत्म ही हो गया. ओके, आई थिंक ओके, वन मोर वी विल डू, अदरवाइज यू विल फील कि आज कुछ वहां तक पहुंचे नहीं. नाउ कर्स हैज बीन गिवन. दीज टू आर प्योर डिवोटीज, 4 प्योर डिवोटीज. देवताज आर ऑल्सो वॉचिंग. करेक्ट? नाउ प्लीज रिपीट. एवं तदैव भगवान अरविंद नाभः स्वानां विबुध्य सद अतिक्रमम् आर्य हृदयः तस्मिन् ययौ परहंस महामुनीनाम् अन्वेषणीय चरणौ चलयन् सह श्रीः एवं तद एव. At that moment, the moment the curse was given, see, it didn't come out until now. At that moment, when the curse was given, भगवान अरविंद नाभा, भगवान जिनकी नाभि से ब्रह्मा जी निकलते हैं, स्वानम विबुद्ध्य, he learned that sat to the great sages atikraman, that the sages have been insulted. When he heard at that point in time, you think he came to hire that time only? He is everything, there is no time lag. It's happening and he knows, right? So at that point in time, tasmin yayau, that time he went, paramahans mahamuninam anveshaniya, he who is sought by the yogis and by paramhansas, charanau. How did he go? See something very important. How did he go? Charanau. How did he go? On the feet. Because in the next shloka it will come that his hand was on the Garuda. But he did not fly. He walked. Chalayan. He walked with his 2 feet. Sahashriha. Saath mein kaun aaye ji? Lakshmi ji. So at that very moment, the Lord, who is called Padmanabha, because of the lotus grown from his navel and who is the delight of the righteous, learned about insult offered by his own servants to the saints. Accompanied by his spouse, the goddess of fortune, he went to the spot on those very feet sought for by recluses and great sages. So सब कुछ जब काम हो गया, he coolly walked with Lakshmi ji. And next look I will tell his hand was on the Garuda. मतलब ये ठीक है. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. माता जी आप फटाफट आइए, 5